feel that there's areas to improve still?
I start with the improvements. We got to get obviously better at everything, but we got to value the ball more. I think that's a big one for us, being a young team, making more sound decisions with the basketball, understanding risk versus reward. But obviously I wanted them to play a lot more free and figure out where they're making their mistakes, and then we back them up and correct them. Rebounding is something I'm going to constantly harp on, getting rebounds and loose balls. And then obviously ball movement. I don't want that ball sticking in every guy's hand thinking it's his turn to score. We had a good couple of days of practice of really moving the ball, executing, moving our bodies. So we worked on a lot of spacing stuff. So those are the areas I think that I'd like to see us grow in. Areas I'm happy about are our communication. I like how connected the guys are, even though they're competing for playing time and starting spots. I just like the overall level of competition in general. We have a group of very competitive guys, and I'm really happy with our work ethic. I really feel like these guys, they come to work every day like professionals, and they do it with a real maturity. We still have our fun, but they really make it easy for you at work.
You're starting Ron Baker tonight, and you rotated your point guard position. I know you said that throughout the year these things could change, but are you still undecided on who you want in that spot for opening night?
Yeah, I really am. And I just felt like the way Ron had finished a lot of those games and the way he's been practicing, he deserved every opportunity to show what he can do in that group as well as anybody else. So. But I am definitely undecided going into the first game. But again, I don't feel a deadline for game one like everybody else does. This isn't, we're not the Warriors or Houston or somebody where we have to know who we are and set rotation and get guys in the roles right away. And we still got a lot to figure out. We got a lot of guys we're evaluating, figuring out how they fit into the puzzle. And so, this thing is this is something that, like I said before, it can change. And going into it, I honestly don't know right now who's the starting point guard.
And with Mitchell Robinson coming back tonight, how important was it for you to get him back on the floor also before the regular season?
Yeah, it was important, but none of us wanted to do it to his detriment and really irritate that ankle. But every minute he plays is big for him. He needs as much playing time and as much court time as possible. Sitting out a whole year at that age, he missed a year of development and growth that other guys got. And one way or another, we're going to try to get him some minutes and fast track him the best way we can.
You mentioned that Allonzo probably won't spend a lot of time in the D League. Do you guys already have mapped out like that 45 days that he has?
Not for him, not yet. But we are in the process of working on that. Really trying to figure out the best way to stretch that out and utilize him both ways the best we can. But obviously the kid has shown that he's an NBA basketball player, and it's just a matter of us doing it in a way that works out best for the overall team.
Is he even at a point where it's not like you could leave him home when you guys go on the road? Is he at a point where you kind of want him with you as much as possible?
Yeah, I mean he's shown that he just has a knack for putting that ball in the hole. I think he's really shown that he's a competitor defensively, at this age, and but we'll see how it plays out. We still have this game, we still have a few practices. We got a lot of time to figure out, 45 days of him working with us to figure out what's the next move.
And the guy that we haven't seen a lot of, you have Kadeem Allen. What have you seen from Kadeem?
He's a competitor, man. He really fits what we talked about, from a DNA standpoint. The kid he gets in your face. He's a big-time, tough defender. Can really pressure the ball. He's very good at getting in the paint and making plays for other people. He shoots the ball a lot better than I expected. And overall, just a really great kid.
changing the shot clock now you get the offensive rebound, you only got 14 seconds.
Yeah.
Has that been a big adjustment for you, with the players? Or
I don't feel like it. No, I actually like it. I think we all like it. You know, and it speeds the game up, and you can't just set up and drain the clock another 24 seconds or whatever. So I like it. I like the 14-second reset.
I'm Paul. I'm a journalist from Haiti. You guys signed Jeff Kobe, and you sent him to the G League. It was a big news in Haiti because you signed him for the Knicks. And so, in which area do you think, guys, he has to improve his game to be able to finally find a spot in the main roster?
Yeah, well, Jeff, he came over. How we ended up even seeing Jeff, he was playing pickup with our guys in the summer. It just goes to show you never know who's watching. And he really made an impression on our staff with how hard he played. He played smart basketball. Obviously there's still some room for growth there, shooting, just overall skill work in general. But we just felt like the kid came to work every day. He kept himself in great shape. He really competed, and why not take a look at him to see if it's something we can do with him to develop him.
You mentioned the point guard situation. Baker deserved a shot. And Trey had a very successful final stint last season. I guess his shooting percentage is a little off. Do you feel he was adjusting a little bit to the faster pace, a new system?
Yeah, I think all of them are. I think it's new coaching staff, new system, faster pace. Now he's with us full time. So yeah, I think for him and for every guy, it was an adjustment to how fast we were trying to play, how we were trying to defend, the activity and the effort that it took to pick up 94 feet. I think you saw that with him a lot. He's picking up people 94 feet and really working them, and so it's a different level of conditioning you have to do both ends of the floor that way. And obviously, while you're doing that and learning a whole new system, there's going to be some adjustments.
So in your opening press conference, so you learned a lot from Memphis, specifically about how you want the culture to go again, that you don't want to force it.
Yeah.
How much different have you been here? And is it a different mood than when you took over Memphis?
Well, in the beginning it's always excitement. Even there it was excitement. And, everything wasn't bad about that situation. We had some good days. But what I took from it was patience and really, setting up the structure for them to compete and go after it, but then stay out of the way and let them kind of figure it out. A lot of culture is made by them. It's not necessarily me and these words that I say, and it's what they do inside the walls that really lays the foundation and builds the culture. So I just tried to put together the structure of what I knew a good culture was, but at the same time, I didn't try to force feed, these terms on them. I gave them some ideas of how I like for us to treat each other, how I thought we should work, and they bought into that, and now they're running with it and growing it.
Is it easier coming to a place that doesn't have an identity like Memphis did? And you kind of
different.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that because again, there's an expectation here to ultimately win a championship, and it's well known from the fan base that that's what's expected. And so you're talking about a big market compared to a small market, a team that's we're starting from not from scratch but from the roots. And I had the luxury in Memphis of having some veteran players that can really play, and but at the same time, the difficulties of trying to change something that's been in place for 7-8 years, and it had some success. That's not always easy, but I felt like those guys actually adapted and adjusted their games to what I asked.
All right.
All right, guys.